The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, is an inspirational hour that'll take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. Get ready to be transformed from Dr. Jenn's live guided healing meditations and intuitive readings, and unveil the power of connecting to spirit, the angels, and your higher self. Dr. Jenn is passionate about helping you find the answers you're looking for through an inward journey that'll strengthen your connection to spirit and help you trust your intuition. Now, here's your host, Dr. Jenn Royster.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Jenn, and today we're going to talk about Sagittarius season. We'll go through all 12 astrology signs along with angel guidance, just so we can see how to best move through the different energies as they shift constantly. We are in a big shift time. We've been talking about that for years. We're coming out of Scorpio season, which was pretty intense for a lot of us. It brings up the deeper things that need to be healed. We may have been feeling a purging, emotional shifts, unexpected emotions, memories from so long ago, things like that that were just buried deep inside of us. And that's what Scorpio does. But now we're going to be coming out into Sagittarius season, and that's coming up soon on the 22nd to December 21st. So Sagittarius is quite different. Sagittarius is represented in astrology by the Centaur, which is the half-man, half-horse mythology, or the archer. And the archer represents aiming and focusing your aim, narrowing your focus if you feel like you're scattered and in millions of directions. But coming out of Scorpio season, hopefully through that purging and that time of going deep and feeling all that stuff, we have found some clarity on where we want to move forward. Some of you may not. That doesn't mean it's, oh no, it just means you're still in a transition. Don't worry about it. Everybody's on different timelines here. But for Sagittarius season, this is more about representing aim higher, more optimistic. You may have been through some things, you might still be going through some challenges, but if we believe that they'll keep us down, then more than likely they will, because we won't even try. And there's so many times it's repeated over and over again, whether you believe in any of this or not, the more we try, the more we succeed. We may find that we stumble a few times. But Sagittarius is about optimistic, aiming higher, feeling more confident about the self. It's deeper spiritual ideals and philosophy. So we're going to go through each sign today, and that does take quite a bit, so I'm going to jump right into it, because going through 12 signs, we have to move. But it takes us into it more specifically for how we might experience it. And here's the thing with astrology. If you don't like what you're hearing, for example, whether this is something you want or don't want, you have free will. You can change and shift directions. So just because I might be saying something in particular, like, well, that's not necessarily where I want to be, well, then you choose not to be and you do something about it. That's the beauty of this. It's not like, oh, no, that's it. It's more of a heads up, this is the energy that might, feel a little stronger for you in this particular timeline. So it shifts and it varies. I highly recommend that if you know them, pay attention to your sun sign, the month you were born, your moon sign, and your rising sign. If you know those, or just listen to the ones you do know. If all you know is your sun sign, then that's okay too. You can always, look into that later. But if you know all three of those, you can get a little bit more of a perspective, because you might find that you are overlapping in different ones. If you don't know any of them, then pay attention to all the signs. You might resonate with some of the things that are coming up for a different sign that you didn't know might be in your chart. Just listen and pay attention. Keep what resonates with you. Leave the rest behind, because this is going over a lot in general. And it's to help you. It's more of a guide, a tool, sort of a way to get organized with energetic influences that you can use to your highest and best outcome. So with Sagittarius, it's more about aiming your focus in a more optimistic to hit that target of your intention for manifesting. We have intentions that we want to manifest, but are we feeling optimistic about it? See, that matters with law of attraction, honestly, if you study law of attraction. So here we go. The affirmation that I have for this topic here is, and for Sagittarius season, and I like this one a lot, actually. I'm going to put this one up somewhere to remind myself too. I am focused and aim higher with optimism to align with my intentions and manifesting goals. So I really like that one. That one just kind of came to me yesterday as I was working to get this all together. And I do apologize for unexpectedly not being here last week. We were right in the path of Hurricane Nicole. I did write that out to the newsletter, but quickly to those that don't have the newsletter off my website, I said we were very unexpected. We had like 2 days notice, and then we didn't know if we were going to have to evacuate, and it did come right over us, but not as strong as that other one a few weeks ago, thank goodness. But we did have some damage, so we've been very busy repairing and fixing. But we're all good. So here we go. All right, let's start this. So first of all, let's talk a little bit in general about Sagittarius season. So Sagittarius season, it gets us thinking, okay, on deeper levels. It's philosophical, okay? Philosophical, but we find ourselves questioning, what are my motives? What is motivating? What isn't? What's driving me to do what I do or choose what I do? Yeah, I mean, that gets you connected with what's driving the ship here for you on your journey. You might uncover subconscious reactions, patterns, deeper understanding of why and who you are. So I like stuff like that, but that's because I'm into this kind of thing. So it may help you. It just, don't be afraid to explore who you are today, because most of us are not feeling like who we were a month ago or a year ago or 2 years ago, especially in the last decade. So all this inner knowledge and wisdom really wants to come out and really get you connected with who you are, your soul side, your higher self, just your truest self. We may have acquired some clarity going through that challenge with Scorpio. So this is where we would put that clarity and that focus into action. Remember, we're looking to aim and focus that action and that focus of what we understand higher, shooting more optimistically to hit the target. Okay, so because it starts on the 22nd, that's next week, so we won't be here next week for Thanksgiving. So I wanted to make sure we put this out here today. So November 22nd till December 21st. That's Sagittarius season. So just keep it in mind. So remember, think about this. When you think of the archer as the symbolic message here, what are they doing? They're aiming. They're getting their sights lined up, and then when they release, it's like, that's it. Where's it going to go and where's it going to hit? If you think about it that way as an analogy for when you're focusing your aim on what you want to work and fine-tune with your intention, the more fine-tuned or aimed focus you have without so much just, that scattered distraction or trying to do too many things at once, you're probably more than likely going to hit that target of manifesting that you're trying to hit, you see? So I like the analogy with the archer here. So now eclipse season, we've been in eclipse season. That was pretty strong. Okay, we still have another another month of that. So think about that. Maybe another week, you know, I don't know. It should start to feel like it's starting to lighten up, but in about a week or two, it should start to feel like things are shifting a little bit. But eclipses and that intensity can last 6 months. So we've been going from March to this October time frame, and now we're here in November, so now we're ready to move into a new direction. So Neptune is stationing direct on December 3rd during Sagittarius season, and that is interesting because that's an illuminating energy. Neptune's very spiritual, really connecting you with that spiritual side of you and what's beyond, you know, moving forward. There's also a little bit of Jupiter influence too. So that's the expansion and abundance and, you know, the opportunities. So remember, the main focus word here would be optimism when you're focusing. If you could put just that into a sentence and keep it somewhere with you over Sagittarius season, that's going to really help everybody. Optimism while you're focusing with your intentions. Optimism. If you're not feeling optimistic, why not? What's going on that you're still hanging on to? So that's what you want to look at. So let's go right into Aries. We're going to start with Aries, and let's see what these signs are telling us here. Okay, so Aries, Jupiter here again, that planet of expansion and abundance, that's been getting ready to enter into your sign. So that's going to be a go-getter with all of that expansion, abundance, and opportunity. So there's a lot going on here, Aries, so listen up. So while it will remain there for the next few months, you may have a taste of that energy from May to October. You may have been feeling that already, but it won't officially make it into your sign until December 20th. So you've been feeling it, but you might feel it really ramp up by December 20th. So the universe is getting you ready for this opportunity. So you want to pay attention and listen up. Everybody can tap into this kind of energy, but Aries, you might be feeling that a little bit stronger. Jupiter in your corner, that means you're receiving some of the greatest energies for expanding your life, opportunities for yourself, receiving abundance. So this would be a good time to make the most of that energy. You've got to put the energy to good use though. It might be waiting for you to arrive to take action. So that's interesting. Here's the thing. You'll need to make sure you're balanced. You'll need to make sure you're doing your self-care. You're cleaning up. You know, you're not getting so busy that you don't clean up behind yourself, so to speak, like letting things get behind. You want to keep that energy clear. For example, if you were to look at housekeeping or just keeping your space tidy, you want to keep everything clean. You clean up the kitchen after you make dinner, okay? I hope you do anyway. But what I'm saying is you want to keep your energy clear because you're going to get busy. You're going to have all this stuff going on. So you had the blood moon eclipse that passed over on the 8th. Yeah, that may have triggered up some cleanup things for you. So you might be doing that. You want to focus during Sagittarius season on getting organized, managing affairs, getting things in order. So that's what I mean about all that. So just think, I got to keep everything squared away here. So you've been clearing out, but keeping it organized. That's going to be important for you because you're going to get busy with things starting to roll in. So this season would be to tie up loose ends, bring closure to things that don't need to be in the way, that are just lingering and causing stagnation, that type of thing. Anything that just feels like it's not going anywhere, it might be time to clear that out. It's only, when you're clear in your heart, then you can focus effectively when you're clear. When you don't have all the distractions and the chaos from too many things and it's all scattered all over the place. Watch out for that scattered energy and you can look around in your surroundings, honestly. If you look around and it's time to clean up, clean up, just physically clean up. It works on the inside, inside works on the out, you know, so you want to align that. That's going to help you a lot. Sagittarius is also a fire sign like Aries, so this is when you will feel that creative spirit. You want to go after those passions that you have. You want to fuel that creativity with your spirit and what you want to do. So hopefully you have that clarity and you're ready to move on, because this is a great opportunity for you. This will be what you want to do. This will really truly take you with what you want to do. Now, it moves on and on. So we want to make sure that when the big opportunities come for you and they're on the horizon, be patient and be organized and keep your energy cleared. Don't forget the self-care. Don't forget the self-care. If you think, oh, I don't have time for that, that's where it can start to feel challenging for you. You're going to breeze through and really enjoy this experience if you keep those things in mind. So that's pretty good advice for everybody, honestly. But Aries, get ready. It's coming down your way. Taurus, you may have been feeling like you got hit pretty hard by all the energies recently. Yeah, because that was a blood moon eclipse in Taurus that we just had. So you probably are very well aware of what I'm talking about. Not only did you have the eclipse in your sign, but you've also had Uranus, the planet of awakening, which is change, freedom, shifting it all up, throwing the apple cart up in the air, and just big transformative times for you. So you have been feeling this for a bit, I'm sure. All this energy combined can feel like instability. It can feel restless. It can feel like there's a lot of uncertainty. Don't get caught up in being afraid of all of those things that you feel. You will feel them. I do. I know I do too. If you feel them, it's kind of like acknowledging that you feel those. And then you might feel that desire to make some really big changes. You might feel that, or big changes have already come to you. And now, whether you were ready or not, it may already be doing that for you. But Uranus is in Taurus until 2026. So we got a few more years of that. I'm a fellow Taurus. I get it. I'm feeling this one too. So this one it's somewhat of a slow moving shift for you, but it's coming on gradually and it's anchored in as it moves. But by the time it leaves, you will find a completely different, deeper truth, greater freedom. You will have made the necessary changes. Taurus is a hard worker and very grounded and sound, and you know, moving too fast doesn't usually work for a Taurus anyway. So as a grounded earth sign, this is tricky because you don't like that upset thing. You want to know and keep it all stabilized. But these are things that are helping you transform in a huge way. And one of the ways that I can personally express what this is saying is it feels like we're really, really feeling the 5D more and more. If you really think about it, I know I'm feeling it that way. It's more, wow, just relearning everything. Relearning to feel like that stability or grounding, or you feel like you're familiar and you know how to move about things in 5D. 5D I love. I've been in it more than I'm not. But then as the rest of the world, I've noticed as more and more comes on and we're just fully immersed in that and really not 3 anymore, it's bumpy if you have a 3D mindset about anything. It's really bumpy. It's very uncomfortable, like an unpaved road uncomfortable. So I'm thinking, well, I don't want to be there anymore, but I got to figure this out better. So if you feel like, oh gosh, I thought I had it all together and now I don't know anything, welcome and join the club, because that's where it is, because we're all ascending. We're all learning how to shift into this one. So you might feel that. You're a very grounded sign. You like that stability. The eclipses of 2023 coming up are going to be more of an opportunity for new beginnings for that. So just chill out as much as you can in the Sagittarius season. You're working on where do you want that focus, and if anything feels frantic or chaotic, that's not going to work for you. It's going to be very uncomfortable. You're more of a, no, we need a little bit like stable ground, and the universe is helping us with that a little bit. So when all else fails, breathe deeply, center yourself, calming down, knowing that Venus energy has been guiding you for your self-worth. You absolutely have it. It's there. What is of true value to you? It's important to know. Okay, so the full moon on December 7th might feel a little bumpy for you. Maybe some emotions around that. So be heads up, you might feel that one a little bit more. The energy around that moon might feel challenging, so just keep peace in your heart. Don't get swept up and caught up in the world around you. Remember, we're not of this world. We wear it like a cloak, so to speak. We're in the world, but we're not of the world, really. Spiritual beings in a human experience. So don't get lost and caught up and lose track of where you are versus where everybody in the outside world is. Empaths, heads up on that one. You might feel that one that way as well. We can get caught up and start processing all these things like they're your own. And it's not, you know, you're losing track of where you are and where somebody else's journey is. It happens, it does. I have to watch it too. It's just part of it. So let's move on to Gemini, okay? Before I finish that, so the energy, in Taurus. So Sagittarius season is, in general, a time to recharge and trust in the path you're heading. Relax, recharge, and trust. Those are the three things that you want to focus on. Okay, Gemini, this is an opposite of the wheel for you, so it's going to be a little more significant for you. It's kind of like your partner, where Taurus is in October, Sagittarius is a Gemini here. So, and it's interesting. I know, a Scorpio I meant. So for the Taurus. So Gemini and Sagittarius are like that. The season is going to highlight relationships, maybe energy of giving and receiving. How do you give and receive? It's going to highlight, is that healthy? How's that going? Where is that for you? The full moon is coming up in Gemini on December 7th. So that's a Gemini moon, so you'll feel that. That one carries this, bit of upset the apple cart energy. So don't be alarmed by that. It's important that it does that so we can find where things fall back into place the way they need to be now. Okay, that's why we will feel it a little weird. When things change like that and we're not sure, it just always feels that way. You're unlocking a deeper wisdom, okay? You're looking for consciousness and intuition. You're looking to not be so skeptical about the world and about things like this. You're going to be tapping into your own a little bit more. It could stimulate awakenings, aha moments for you, messages from your higher self intuition, your guides, your angels. You might feel what you've maybe been skeptic about for a bit. Yeah, I know. And if you're looking to set an intention under the full moon, make sure you know what your intuition is ready for. What is your intuition telling you? What is your gut feeling telling you to focus on? What is it that you need to let go of? So there's also a Mars entering retrograde in Gemini, and that was at the end of October, and that continues until January 12th of 2023. So it won't be ready. Mars won't leave your sign until March of 2023. So it's going to be a little bit, but that's a good time for you to be working with that energy to your advantage. Mars in retrograde is a good time to reflect on actions and motivations. That's a good time for that. It's like to really just take a review of what you do, how you take action. What are your motivations? Does that need a tweak? Is that really working for you anymore? Does it need improvement in areas? That's the way to use that. You don't want your motivations to be fueled by fear or egotistical. Watch out for that. That's what you're looking at. You want to reflect on these areas and really be honest with yourself about your projects, your passions, what have you forgotten about? What's important here? Where are your motivations and what fuels you? Don't let it be fear. Don't let it be egotistical. Make sure it's connected with your heart, your passions, and your true self. So that's what you'll be reviewing. Retrograde can cause cautions and we move slower. So rushing won't help you here. Trying to force it, trying to rush through it, it's not going to help. It's just going to make it feel a little bumpier. You don't want to have issues of health and burnout. So self-care again is coming up. Remember, this is connected to your motivations for you, the Gemini. You're looking at what is motivating you to take action. And make sure that's sincere and connected to where you want to move forward. That's the gist for you. Like we're looking at this and we're narrowing down these little points. So before I go into Cancer, I want to go over a couple of things here. As I'm going through this with the angels, okay, they're integrating this in. But if you feel fear at any point, with any of the signs, ask Michael to help you with that. Ask him to help you clear the energy of fear so you can focus clearly on where your motivations are coming from. If you're feeling like you're just not ready for these changes, ask for that clarity with the angels, your guides. What can I focus on and find a better path for me? I don't feel ready for this, but what can I do to get ready for this? That would be where you would go with that. And I wanted to bring that up because that's been applying a little bit with the last few signs I just did. So as we move into Cancer, we're looking at Sagittarius season again. This one's really upbeat for Cancers. It's like joy, fun, having some playtime. I know if you've been taking life way too seriously, this is a time to take a breath of fresh air, lighten up, activate the inner spark, just chill out, enjoy the time. So this is a little bit of a break time for you. What gets you excited about life? These are questions to ask yourself. Do you worry unnecessarily? Are you holding on to anything too tightly? Are you trying to control too much yourself or others? Things like that. What can be hard to let go of? What worries can you let go of? Where can you focus your attention on laughing, having fun, lightening up? How could you create this shift within yourself? That's how you're going to want to look and focus with the Sagittarius energy. Remember, it's an optimistic energy and it shoots and aims higher for more confidence. But where can you lighten up if you're too serious about things lately? That's the main thing for a Cancer here in this sign. So it's really don't get so focused on rushing in and getting too involved. Make sure you settle with lightening up, taking a break, taking care of you, and just finding that spark that excites you about the things you like to do. That's where you'll find some good energy here, because that sign can be very emotional as well. So lighten up, like take that opportunity to lighten up a little bit. Let's go on to Leo. Leo, this is a busy time for you. Busy, busy, busy. So this is going to be a time where it's going to be important to focus and set boundaries for yourself on what you want to commit to and what you do not. And you don't want to overcommit. You want to make sure you can follow through. That's important to you. You want to do it all. I know. You want to do it all, but set firm boundaries. Commit to what you do want to finish and do want to put your energy into, and say no to the rest. This is a focusing your energy, aiming your energy on what you truly want to commit to. Leo, that's you, okay? Think about that. So this is going to be for you with the eclipse energy still kind of working for you from October and moving into the new moon on November 23rd. You're looking to free yourself from working and like just feeling like you're on a hamster wheel and it's not even what you want to do, but you just feel like you're supposed to, or you feel like, well, no, that's what they expect of me. Well, it's time to figure out where you want to be. It really is. This could bring a little bit of heaviness for you because it's a sigh of relief, but it's also this new perspective of approaching and saying no. And saying no might be hard for you. You love the limelight. You love saying yes to everything and being there. At the same time, there's this depth to you that is aching for you to get that focus to an area where you can truly shine. This is going to be important. The new moon has a potential to bring an awakening or a aha moment for you, and maybe some questioning. So keep on asking for some clarity on that if you need to. The clearing yourself and outdated beliefs, the thought patterns, you know, this is a new way of feeling that's going to come up and through that. So it's okay to just, it's like if that's the 5D again, I feel, because it's like more, you're just looking at everything from a completely different frequency perspective, an energy perspective, a viewpoint, a belief. And you may find that there'll be a few that just aren't working anymore, and you're ready to change that. So that'll be what you're focusing on here. Use this expansive energy to change how you've been looking at things, and see what you can find that'll give you greater freedom, that'll help you reorient and focus your life on where you want to be. So that's Leo. That's interesting. All right, so Virgo, Sagittarius season. This one is like, could feel intense for you with that moon that you had on November 8th. That eclipse energy might have been a lot because it was Sagittarius, but that separation of, okay, I need a flow of fresh energy. I need to leave this space so I can have a new inspiration, a new way of being. You're working through that, okay? Ideals that if you have been holding close to yourself, ideals about the world, the way you feel things should be, that might be up for a big shift for you coming up on the next new moon. You might find that the clarity comes in then. Keep an open mind, okay? Keep an open mind. Don't be afraid to challenge yourself to learn new things, to see things differently, and just to maybe listen a little bit more to, why do people do that the way they do? Or why is it set up that way? And why do I feel like it has to be set up that way? Challenge yourself to pay attention to that. You might find that you'll surprise yourself and you will learn something incredible for your growth. So Jupiter is a very strong planetary influence under that new moon. So that expansive energy can help you see beyond what you're used to letting yourself see. So basically open your eyes, expand your mind to see things a little bit bigger and deeper, and just see the bigger picture. Kind of like that. That can wake you up. That can bring in a highlight where you find that there's an awakening that happens for you, this awareness, this insight, inspiration. You might find that you see all your relationships differently. You might find that spiritual values, you're tuning into yourself. You're going to find what is resonating, where you are on your frequency, and how this is going to work, and how you can play this out in a new frequency, in a new world, in a new shift. Because we are all in a shift. So that's where you are. It's actually a really cool thing that I'm seeing for the Sagittarius, because I'm sorry for the I'm so sorry for the Virgo in Sagittarius season. So you're looking to just center who you are in your environment, and know you're supported, and you're going to just see the expansion of awareness is there for you. I know, I'm going fast so I can make sure I get through them all, and then I get like, whoa, where am I? Good thing there's notes. Okay, Libra, let's move to Libra. So this is about your story. Do you have a story to share? Do you have wisdom and knowledge or inspiration for others? Do you inspire and encourage from your own experiences? It's an interesting one. You might start thinking of ways that you can help others with things that you've learned, experienced, mastered, and how you feel passionate about it and how you can help someone else. You might feel that in this one. That's interesting. Self-expression is a theme for you. Self-expression. So how would you share your story? That would be self-expression. That's the theme for Libra. And maybe how you can truly express how you feel. How you can get in touch with these deeper recesses of who you are, and just find out what really makes you succeed, what makes you explode, what makes you take action, what makes you shift and change and go the other direction. This is a real introspective approach to telling your story to help someone else. So I found that very interesting. You might find that you're more accepting of things around you. You might find that you're willing to just expand your consciousness and awareness and see many different perspectives. You might find that that deeper part of you allows you to have more meaningful relationships, to bond a little bit deeper. Maybe you didn't want to do that before. Your experiences on a human adventure and the things that you've learned and gone through can really inspire someone else. So watch out for the December 7th moon. I know that December 7th moon seems intense for a lot of the signs, but it's to throw it out there and just make sure things get settled the right way. It's a bit of an erratic energy to it. So just know that setting boundaries and preserving your own energy during that time would be important. You want to, a Libra, you like to, stand up for people. You like to look out for the little guy. You like to, speak out on injustice. And you like to protest what you truly believe. So this is something about just working on where you want to be. So you might feel that it rouses you a little bit, but just watch yourself. Make sure you're, taking care of you, and you know exactly where you want to be and what you want to do when you tell your story. That's the big part for you. You're worthy to receive all the abundance the universe can offer. You're ready to move into abundant energy, aiming your focus into where you want to tell your story. This one is going to be a great asset to work with Archangel Gabriel, because Gabriel is so good about helping you see the different perspectives, about expressing yourself, whether it be through a creative outlet or sharing or, communication. It's the communication angel. So I feel a strong guidance with, you will really do well to work with Archangel Gabriel on that one. Okay, so let's see. That was Libra. So we are going into Scorpio. Scorpio just left. Okay, the sun just left your corner. So now you need to come down from all that extra energy that was, going your way. So this is a busy year that you've had. It might be that you don't get a chance to celebrate all that you've been through during your birthday season because you were just so busy. So make it a point to celebrate who you are in the Sagittarius season, because have a gathering, have a special event, whatever it is you do, just honor and celebrate the journey of who you are. Make sure you acknowledge your highs and lows. Make sure you just give yourself some time to say, you know what, you did good. This has been a busy year. So Sagittarius season for you, it helps to supercharge you for the next, for a few months. So you might have been feeling all of that extra energy and strong relationship energy and all that kind of stuff. But this new moon is asking you to get clear on how you really feel about communicating with others. You want to let them know, you want to acknowledge, you want to move forward. You want this to be quality relationships. You want to expand with that Jupiter energy. You also want to look at that bigger picture, and you just want things to be on the up and up. You don't want any pretending. You don't want to feel like that anymore. And in some of the relationships you may have, but you won't feel that way going forward. So you want to move, you want to stretch your mind. You want that new dimension of looking at things differently. You want to know that you can have this energy work for you on your behalf. And it absolutely can. Especially the Jupiter with the expansion and abundance energy. You have ideas. You have beliefs about yourself that you're exploring. You want to expand them, but you also might want to change a few of them. So that's interesting for Scorpio. Scorpio, you're coming out of some of that heavy energy. I mean, we've all been through that. Ooh, that heavy Scorpio energy. But this is a very, you know, let's get going here. Let's get going with what we really want to do and change up what isn't, because it'll bother you a little bit more. It'll just, you know, you won't be settled with that. You'll want to make sure you take an action. So just be clear and keep the self-care in check. Sagittarius, this is your time. Happy birthday to the Sagittarians. Okay, so this is your season. So this one is supporting and celebrating you through your journey of all of your life. This is more about celebrating who you are. This is about planting a new seed at the new moon that's coming up. This is about, that's next week on the 23rd of November. This is about manifesting something that you really want to create for yourself. Okay? You want to plant a new seed. You want to manifest that to create it for yourself. You want to shoot high. Okay? You want to shoot high. You want to believe in yourself. You want to attract that life that feels rewarding. Everybody can do this, by the way, but Sagittarians, this is like, you'll feel it strong. This is your month. And that's what Sagittarius energy is. Shoot higher, be optimistic, manifest. Focus that aim, manifest with intention. That's it right there. This one is going to be a fantastic energy to work with all of your angels and your guardian angel especially. Your guardian angel is there with you on your life journey the whole time and knows exactly those passions and knows what you truly want to do. So you want to work in a way that you're listening to those passions from your heart. And this is a great time to plant a seed about your ability to manifest and create, because it'll be high. And this is a great opportunity to believe in yourself and attract that life that seems so rewarding that you really want. So here you go. So that's a great one for the Sagittarians. Now, if that Capricorn, so if that's not a good one for Sagittarius, I don't know. That's good. You're focusing on really going there. So Capricorn, this one is coming up next. So yours is going to be a period of, it might feel like it's a reflection, contemplation, clearing out. Okay, cleansing, clearing out. You might find you're ending some projects and completing some tasks that you set for yourself, and you're going to feel this urge to wrap things up before your time comes, because this is Sagittarius, the next one's Capricorn. So during Sagittarius season, the Capricorns, you're going to feel this urge to wrap things up before your season comes in. Does that make sense? I hope so. That's what you're trying to do now for this next month. So Mars traveling retrograde here for you, this is like, you might have felt tired. You might have felt lethargic or burnt out recently with that. So your energy levels, if you resonate with this, rest is an important thing for you. Self-care has been nonstop a priority for everyone. But if you think about it, in a major shift that we've all been going through with this energy frequency and shifting to this different dimension of life, nothing works the way it did. I mean, we're all noticing that in some way, where everything that we applied in 3D or 5 years ago just doesn't work. The way I think, the way I approach, the way, just things are different. Shift is shift. This is shift. This is changing. So that's where you're feeling like, I don't know, I'm ready to just chill out, work on where my mindset is, get some perspective here. You're working to let go and balance some areas so you don't feel overloaded and heavy-hearted, because you can feel that something's got to change. You may not be sure what it is, and that's okay, because you will find when you're ready to change it. But be careful. Don't let yourself get caught up too much. You might find that you'll process all the different emotions, anger, sadness, acknowledge them, but then let Sagittarius show you an optimistic viewpoint you could shoot for. That's how you would work with that. Use it to open up and receive what you feel called to do in life. Just take this opportunity to find that closure on things you know need to stop so you can move forward. I know, because yours is next month. Yours is next month. So Aquarius, you might feel this a little bit challenging. This is, Saturn, the Lord of Karma, is their strict teacher, wants to make sure you've done your homework. Okay, so Aquarius, what is that? That would be taking responsibility for your life. You're moving in a direction that's truly aligned with your soul, and you can tell if you're not. You know if you're not. So it's just knowing that you have a lot of power, and you can feel very empowered when you make these decisions for yourself. And you would know if this resonates with you. When we're done working on whatever the lessons that Saturn has for us, that's when we're ready to reach for new levels of success. That's when we're ready to level up and go into a new direction. So make sure you're wrapping that up and taking that responsibility where it needs to be. This is a bit why it's a bit early to see what the gifts might be for you on the horizon yet. That will be more like March for you, March of 2023. Saturn will move into another planet alignment later, but Sagittarius new moon on November 23rd for you, Aquarius, is going to help you have this fresh energy. You will feel a fresh energy, and actually it will help you reflect a little bit more over the journey you have been on. Appreciate what you have learned, appreciate who you are, appreciate a lot of things that may or may not have worked out. Taking responsibility. All right, I did choose that. Okay, so I could choose better. So you're looking to take this as a more optimistic approach than you may do in the past, or a different way. Sometimes we can find that we're really hard on ourselves. This is reminding you to use this Sagittarius energy to help you see it more optimistically. No, I can shoot higher. I can do better than that. So that would be the way to look at that if you are Aquarius. Opening your heart, to receive new perspectives and new ways of approaching things, because the energy could be activating your heart center a little bit to where you might feel more loving than you're used to feeling. Not as analytical. I don't know. This is interesting because I find that Aquarius is a really amazing sign. So, it's a sign, but that's got amazing energy, and at the same time it can just really expect so much out of itself that then it disappoints, and at the same time you don't have to do it that way. Just because you do something and it doesn't work out that first time doesn't mean you have to stop. You just have to find a different way. You see it all the time with everything. So don't be like that. Just focus on where you want to be, and you're looking for that clarity, and let this energy show you more optimism if something hasn't worked out quite the way you wanted it to. We're going to go into the last sign, that is Pisces. Pisces, Jupiter, planet of expansion, abundance, opportunity. That's right in your sign, Pisces. So this one has been touring in Pisces since May of 2021. So it's been there for a bit. So this is about to leave that sign, and it won't come back for another 12 years. But having Jupiter in that sign, or having Jupiter in your sign, so to speak, because it goes through all of them, it shifts. This is about what can I do with this before it leaves my sign, basically? Let me make sure I've made the most of this. Jupiter will stay in Pisces until December 20th of 2022. So you got a good month left. So use the next few weeks with the Sagittarius energy to tap into the energy of abundance and expansion. Just look at that. That's where Pisces can make the most of this. You're looking to open and receive the gifts of the universe that you're worthy of, and know that you're worthy of it, and believe that you are. So Sagittarius energy can help you do that, because this is like that last before it leaves your sign. So it doesn't mean you won't have any abundance after it leaves, but this is when it's more heightened. That's what that is. You might find it hard to, maybe your hard work's paying off. Maybe you have figured some things out over the last 12 years because it's been there for a while. And because it won't, that's one of the ones that shifts so slow. But if you're sensitive, it's a very highly intuitive sign already. So you might be feeling that a little bit more. But manifesting and meditating and aligning, making sure that you're grounded and that you look at this and aim to where I deserve this, and what can I do better, what can I change, and how can I be a part of it, is absolutely where you want to go with this. Some of the energy of the moon coming up might make you feel a little intense on that December 7th moon. That December 7th moon is just kind of throwing it at all of us just to wake us up and go, all right, how do you really feel? It reminds me of, that makes me feel a little tested here, like, whoa. But it works. It works for you. It will happen. So out of all these signs, the main focus here is you look at that individual personality or energy influence of the different particular ones. Look at your sun sign. Look at your moon sign. Look at your rising sign. Pay attention to, this is how I can utilize the energy of this month to the best of my capabilities. And that is a very satisfying feeling. So if you resonated with any of the things we were going over, and you're like, okay, my focus would be to take care of myself, slow down, lighten up, or, okay, time for me to settle in and let go of some things, whatever it may have been as we went through, the angels have said over and over and over to me again, and they remind me constantly, you have to slow down, take that deep breath, clear the energy of your space. It did come up on one of the signs earlier, but what I want to say is, if we all did that, if you all took that time to just clear chaotic energy out, when you go to find your clarity, when you go to tap in, and you're like, I need to see an optimistic viewpoint. I'll ask Michael about that when I'm feeling things or I start to feel down. I was just like, hey, can you show me or help me find a way to see this from an optimistic viewpoint? This is a great way to work with the Sagittarius energy for anybody. And what can I do to be a part of this? And that way, you're being clear with the universe. You're not asking the angels or the universe to do it all for you. You're saying, hey, I want to be a co-creator, which you are. I want to co-create. I want to be a part and take action on the best outcome for my situation to manifest with intention. How can I aim my focus? So that's an interesting one. I like the Sagittarius energy because I like how it reminds us that it's optimistic. You can shoot higher. You can always try again. Don't let it discourage you. Aim your focus versus having so many scattered energies everywhere. Make sure you're picking what you truly want to put your focus on, and then let it like just, it's like aligning with it. To align with it is to just start to feel it. Like if you are feeling down, for example, find something in your day where you can just go and enjoy it and lighten up and just appreciate what you have right now. Appreciate where you are. And that lightens you up and shifts your frequency immediately. Anything that can make you laugh, anything like that. I mean, we came here to enjoy the life, not just to endure it, remember? So I hope that everyone is moving into a place where you can truly enjoy this season. This season gives us a lot of opportunity to get lined up with what we want to do moving forward. We're wrapping up the end of 2022, and it has been a big year. And it has been an interesting year, and it shows to be 2023 it's not going to slow down. We are evolving, we are shifting. Lots of things have to change for that to finish. And some of the signs don't like it when it goes too fast, and some are like, yeah, let's go, and some are, it's all different. Everybody's different. And here's the thing with this. Even though we're saying this influence is on one sign or the other, it doesn't mean you have to go, nope, that's not me, or yes, that's me, and that's it. No, you have free will. You can see this, and if you didn't like what you were hearing, you can change that. That's the beauty of this. It's not written in stone. It hasn't even. This isn't like hasn't happened yet. This is the kind of the energy influences that might be there. What I like about it, and with working with angels and astrology together and the universe and appreciating all that the divine has given us with these tools, is you can become more aware and more conscious of your actions. And if your actions have not delivered the outcomes that you were wanting, or they haven't been so good, and some of them might have surprised you and been better than you were expecting, you as a co-creator can take action to change that. And in order to make clear, concise decisions or change it up and grow and learn, we have to become more aware. We have to see things from different perspectives, not just the one we've always been in. Not to be so narrow-minded that we can't see things from a bigger picture. That's completely different from narrowing your focus. So it's almost an interesting analogy. You expand with Jupiter energy to see the bigger picture, see different perspectives, look at things that might challenge the beliefs you've always had, and maybe it's time to maybe let some go or change it, or maybe you just don't feel the same way you used to about things. It's okay to question that. It's okay to look at that and see, what could I do differently? What would work better? Now you're opening up. Now you're connecting with your soul, your higher self. You're working with that consciousness to find a better solution that would work for you. Remember, these are all choices that are all about what you're choosing to move forward in. So I hope, I know we go super fast with that, but I wanted to get it all out there for you before the holiday. And I do hope that you find some encouragement here, some ways that you can put some intention into how you manifest. Intention in how, if you've been doing this and it hasn't been working the way you want, that you feel encouraged to be more optimistic about it, because this is what this is offering us. So thank you so much for being here with me on that. I wanted to say hello quickly to live chat and say hello to Michelle and 777 and Candace. Hi Candace. Not a problem. It's a very busy week for everybody, so it's quiet. So most people will be watching this on a recorded on demand anyway, but you are moving into Sagittarius. Your birthday is on Thanksgiving. Oh, well, happy birthday to you. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is a big year for you. Born in 61, going to be 61. Well, happy birthday to you on Thanksgiving. What a day to be born. And I do, so you have this energy. You are a Sagittarius, so I know that you can be quite creative, and I also know that you can move into this energy and enjoy the optimism it brings, and that you're a go-getter. So look and see what you can focus on versus focusing on too many things. That's what I like about it. Hi Kelly, how are you? And you know, we're about to go off the air, so it's about 1 minute, but I wanted to give everyone a burst of high frequency, as high as I can possibly feel tapped into, burst of energy. I'm sending it to each and every one of you. If you're listening on the archive, you're going to get it too. But I want everyone to stop and appreciate where you are right now. You are still here. You are going through this huge transformative time with the rest of us. We're all in it, so nobody's alone in this. We're all feeling it from different perspectives. And I wanted to just send this burst of love and healing energy to each and every one of you. Whatever might need healing, I hope it touches you in the way that you need. I want, if you need it, in mental healing, physical healing, emotional healing, spiritual healing, whatever that healing is, relationship healing, whatever that healing is that you need in your life, my intention is for it to hit you in a beautiful way. That's where I'm focusing my aim right now. My optimism is that it'll touch each and every one of you in the way that you need. I'm letting it go because it's not coming from me. It's coming from the universe and divine love. And you just have to receive it on your end and say, yes, thank you, and receive it. And then let it flow through you and let it touch you where you need. So I do hope, and that's my gift to you this week. That's my gift for this holiday Thanksgiving season, in appreciation and gratitude for each and every one of you. And thank you for your patience, as we have had some interesting weather here where I live. And it has been challenging to be here with these unexpected things that happened last week. But we are very, very thankful that we are still here, that we only had minor hiccups, and we're still working to repair the rest of the house part. I know. We're almost there. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye and wish you all a wonderful holiday season. And I will be back here in 2 weeks after the holiday season in December, and it'll be right before that intense moon, looks like. So please enjoy your season, be safe, and I will see you next time. Namaste.
You've been listening to The Jenn Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life. Dr. Jenn Royster is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Imagine having the ability to use your innate positive energy to dissolve the stuckness in your life, whether it's emotional, physical, or spiritual, through this incredible dynamic show. If you've missed any part of this show or any other show, visit www.jenroyster.com.